Good afternoon, my good friends. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to my live stream. This is my second try. For some reason, the first time around, it did not work. So, welcome to my live stream. We have a full live stream for us today, so please don't go away. And please share and repost. We're going to talk about a Nissan truck. We're going to talk about a Nissan Frontier. Uh, we'll call this person later. So, how you doing, Darren? How you doing, my friend? So, we're going to talk about Nissan Frontier. Two things. One, we finally got some official and unofficial news about the 2020 Nissan Frontier. Very exciting. I have some official news we're going to go through, and then I got a source at Nissan USA who gave me some information that I really shouldn't be sharing, but I'll share it anyway. But you'll keep it a secret. I'm sure you will. But what's interesting, I found a very interesting video from Australia. It's an Australian video, a commercial. What happens when a Nissan Frontier and it's sold under the name of Nissan Navara meets a rock? Who wins, whether Nissan truck or a rock? As a matter of fact, let's start with that. And I need to introduce myself, obviously. My name is Andrei Lefebvre. I am a commercial fleet manager at Pointy Hills Nissan. We're 16 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. If you take 60 freeway, get off on Azusa, we are on the north side of the freeway. So let's do the what happens when a Nissan hits a rock. Enjoy. When the cold wind blows, and you will free the beautiful bird. Whoa! You're on your right. Where you right? Turn! That was close. Riding on the horses, yeah. And if you fall, I'll pick you up, I'll pick you up. What are they looking at? Just a couple of good-looking roosters in a ute.
With a V6 turbo diesel, the Nissan Navara is still Australia's most powerful tradie.
That was a nice commercial that Nissan did. I love it when Nissan does this. It's just a nice story. It's called Navara. But let's go to the official information about the Nissan Frontier. Let me go to this screen. This is a headline. This is a headline from Motor1.com, and actually, the body style did not change. This is what the body style looks like. It did not change, same body style, but interior did change. And this one, let me go to a different source. This one is from automobilemag.com. And this is from yesterday. Confirmed, new Nissan Frontier finally happening next year. And there's not a lot of information up here. But let's see here. It looks like they based it upon the Nissan press release. But here's an interesting part. Let me read you a paragraph. The truck will also have a different and better powertrain. But Espinosa and... I'm sorry, who was Espinosa? One of the Nissan executive. Ivan Espinosa, Corporate Vice President of Global and Japan Product Planning. Let's go back to... The truck will also have a different and better powertrain, but Espinosa would not elaborate. This is expected given that current offerings are old and anemic compared with the competition. The 2019 Frontier has 152 horsepower, 171 torque, pound per foot, cube 2.5 liter i4, and optional 261 horsepower, 281 pound per foot uh, torque, 4.0 liter V6. A 6-speed manual is standard with an available and ancient 5-speed automatic. We expect a new V6 updated to 6-speed manual and new 7-speed auto for the new Frontier. There will be no electric motors at launch, but as Nissan increasingly electrifies its future portfolio, an automaker will gauge whether it should be considered for the future, said Espinosa. The Alfonso Albasa, a global vice president of design, would not say if the design has been locked in. We believe it is. All right, so this is the unofficial news. The official, this is the official news. The unofficial news I got from somebody I know at the Nissan USA, whom I'm not going to name. Apparently, the 2020 Frontiers will be available sometime in the summer, June. Up until then, Nissan will produce 2019s. Also, there'll probably be a price hike because the new engine, new transmission is going to cost more. So there will be a shortage of the Frontiers come next year, and I anticipate a big shortage because I remember what happened when the new Rogue came out a few years back. There was a huge shortage of them, and they also introduced. I cannot remember. I think it was 2015. Was it a 2015? I think it was a 2015 or 2014. The Rogue model was introduced. It was great shortages. Forgive me, I'm getting old and my memory doesn't serve me right. I'll need to double check. So, if you're in the market for a manual transmission Frontier, and if you want to still lock in the cheap prices, I think the time would be now to purchase it. Let's see. This is my name. This way. This is my name and number. So call me. Again, we anticipate shortage of Frontiers. Let's see here. Here we go. I still have quite a few of them in stock. I still have, apparently also there will be a shortage of midnight Frontier, the ones that are blacked out. I still have one or two left. That's what my source tells me, that more than likely those will be at a deficit. Hi, William. Hi, Bernard. How you doing, buddy? Couple of things I want to say before we move on to other vehicles. I own a Nissan Frontier. Owned it for a couple of years. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful truck. It drives very well. The cargo is almost 1,500 pounds. You can put on a V6 model. The tow, again, we're talking about crew cab V6, is 6720 rated. So you can tow quite a bit. It drives like nobody's business. And I can say, I just love the truck. I just absolutely love the truck. Let's move on to Altima. We're talking about 2020 Nissan Altima, and it's an awesome vehicle. I run some lease versions for people with bad credit on it, and somebody who somebody has good credit. Forgive me, somebody who's credit. Depending on the model, with just a minimum down payment, we're coming up with payments in high 200s, low 300s, again, depending on how the vehicle is equipped. It has all the luxury vehicle amenities. It drives like nobody's business. Has great, it has great MPG, and if I needed one, I'd buy one. At this point, I am not in the market for a car. As a matter of fact, I found that many companies that I deal with lease those for their executives, rogues too, but Ultima seems to be very high on the list. Let me talk about 2019 Sentra for a little bit. I have quite a few of those left in stock, and this is a very versatile vehicle that's worth talking about. I was a little bit annoyed a few days ago when somebody left a message on my Facebook, flippantly, and I think it was kind of a flippant remark, even though it was polite. Basically saying, why would somebody look at Sentra if they can buy a BMW M3? And I looked up. I looked up the MSRP for the 2019 M3, and it's almost 100 grand. The MSRP for a Sentra before you do all the discounts is $20,030. The invoice somewhere in mid 19,000, and we can sell it way below invoice because Nissan is giving us some dealer support, so we can sell the Nissan Sentra way before the dealer invoice cost. Now, what kind of made me feel uneasy when somebody's comparing a vehicle, $100,000 vehicle, obviously a beautifully driven vehicle. There's nothing wrong with BMW M3, but this is a vehicle for somebody who has worked hard for a long time, earned enough money, and bought it. This is a status symbol for very wealthy people because regular middle class people simply cannot or would not want to afford an $100,000 vehicle. Somehow, it always, I don't know how to put this into words. Somehow, I don't like when people that work hard and belong to the great American middle class are being put down, and that's who drives Nissan Sentra. The payment on somebody with good credit, if they want to lease it, is about $200 with minimum down payment. And if you're a broker, at that you can have a nice payday. You can have, as you can see on this video behind me, you can transport ladders, you can transport a lot of luggage. It is a vehicle that normal middle-class people use. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the pizzazz and the marquee that BMW have, but it is a workhorse. It shows that somebody works hard, commutes a long way, works long days, and brings home the bacon to afford a beautiful middle-class lifestyle. It's a symbol of a hard-working people. That's what Sentra is. It really kind of pisses me off now I'm talking about that. Why would somebody who may have inherited the money or earned enough money want to put down somebody else who makes less but still makes enough to have a good lifestyle? I mean, I don't think our country has a place for those class divisions. We're all Americans, or, like I'm an immigrant. I came here naturalized. We all live in this country. We all pull the same lifestyle. And just putting down somebody who is choosing to buy a Sentra versus a BMW, I think it's just, it just I did not, I talked about it yesterday, and I better shut up. I better move on. So, Sentra is very good for another reason. I love people with bad credit. Now, I'm not tired repeating this. People who have bad credit are not bad people. They simply live their life. Life happens. If you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth and your ancestors provided you with a huge nest egg, yeah, you will never have bad credit because you don't have to work for your money. The regular people like us bust our butts to pay our mortgage, our rent, our car payments, or put a food on our table. That's just the way it is. How you doing, John? Welcome to my live stream. So sometimes life happens. Divorces happens. I've been through 2 divorces, and guess what? twice my equity, all my savings. I had to sell both times. One time I had to sell a condo, the second time I had to sell my house. I had to start anew from the beginning. And yes, my personal credit score was in the cellar both times, and I brought it back up because I worked. So I experienced it myself. Life happens. What if somebody is gets sick, gets pneumonia, God forbid cancer, or something else? Their score goes down because, well, you can't. Insurance companies only pay so much. After your deductible is gone, guess what? They want money from you. They will fix you, but they will send you a bill. A lot of customers who had medical collections accounts, they just simply could not pay. I mean, what happens is, and it's very easy. You spend in a serious illness, you spend 2 weeks in a hospital. Your bill will be about 200 grand. Insurance is going to pick up all of it, and then if it's a serious illness, it'll be follow up, and then people sometimes can't work because they're sick, so they get bills. When they get well, they start working again. And banks are not stupid; they lend money. Another sometimes people have bad credit is because their business goes south. I mean, we have only certain control of what we do. We have a business cycle, I guess, the economic cycle. We, 10, 12 years ago went through the huge a chunk of years during the recession when the economy was bad, and no matter what you did, unless you really were the genius at making money, everybody took a huge pay cut. Everybody did. So sometimes people make bad investments. The point I'm making, there's no shame in having a low credit score. It doesn't mean you're bad. It just means you live your life. And about 30% of my business comes from people who have bad credit. So if you have somebody like that, this is my name and number. Contact me. I would love to help out. I had a lot of luck, and a lot of times you don't know. I mean, the banks have their algorithms, and they change, and sometimes you don't even know. Sometimes you don't even know what happens. You submit somebody and they TD it, and then you submit somebody else who looks very similar grade-wise, and they approve it. And why, I have no idea. And they keep their algorithms a secret. A lot of them, years back when I started in the business, people laugh. I started a business in the 80s, and I guess we were still servicing horse and buggy crowd. Not really. But back then, everything was done by phone, and you could talk to people. You could talk to buyers into buying paper. Now, it's very difficult. Now it's algorithms. You have to guess how the algorithm is. And you know what? They're very brainy people, not myself. I'm not that brainy. But I know a lot of brainy people who would do, the finance directors, who look at the patterns and they guess. What's going to be bought, what's not going to be bought. And I have some sources that I talk to find out, well, who is buying, which bank is buying. And that's why I had so much success with people with bad credit. So again, this is my name and number. Please call me. Let's see. What else do I have here? I think this is it. I think I have to get back. My phone started to ring. I have to get back to making money. Today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. I will be here tomorrow. So this is my contact information, name, number, email address. I don't care how you contact me. I want your business, whether you're a broker, a business, financial institution, or a buyer. Try me out. I love dealing with people, and I look at every person, everybody who does business with me as a lifetime account. And it's not only about money, it's also about making people happy. How you doing, AJ? How you doing, buddy? So, gotta get back to work. Gotta stop telling tales. And guys, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.